afternoon. Welcome. Dr. Miller and I go way back, 12, 14 years. And we have over the years shared a lot of concepts in common, if you will, with this four-legged friend of ours and his two-legged friends. There's a lot of similarities that until recently people just didn't identify, nor did they want to identify, nor did they want to learn about them. And that's still the case in many instances. But it was about 4,000 years BC that horses first began to meet up with human beings. Equus caballus. And 6,000 years ago, they were, most of them, about this big. And the drawings in the caves would indicate that oftentimes the horse came in contact with the nomads, the wandering people, through the children. And the children would find a little wee baby. And the baby probably lost its mother. And even then, they were taking milk from certain animals that were beginning to be domesticated by our cave people. So that milk would raise the little horse. And as the horse grew up and got strong and maybe weighed 250, 300 pounds, while the humans all weighed about 70 or 80 pounds 6,000 years ago. Tiny people. And the fellow in the family said, you know, I think that little animal could drag these two tree limbs and we could stretch a hide across and put your pregnant mother on it to go to the next place. So horses began to be a partner with humans in certain efforts, carrying the person themselves later and other belongings on their backs. We call them pack horses, I guess. Equus caballus, flight animals, herbivores, with a history of 50 million years. 50 million years. Homo sapien, us, is really 200,000 years. I just visited the cradle of humanity outside of Johannesburg, South Africa. And I saw the little boy they found in the bottom of a cave. 200,000 years. I was thinking that Lucy was Homo sapien, but she wasn't. She was humanoid. Lucy was. 3.2 million years ago. We are about 200,000 years old, against 50 million years with these characters, the four-legged ones. And we ate fish and we did certain things, and our evolutionary trend took us to places where we had thought waves that are unbelievably complicated compared to most of the species. When you get up through the primates, it gets closer to us. But we're still incredibly complicated in our thinking. These herbivores, these flight animals, they wanted grass. Food was no trophy. They didn't have to stalk it, kill it, devour it in order to live. It was just there, and they ate it. Problem is, there were species after species out to eat them. So little things happened. Little things happened with regularity. Habituations, where survival of the fittest kicked in. And survival of the fittest meant that you only had to outrun one other one out of the meadow before you were eaten. So when adrenaline goes up, they will relieve themselves by emptying the bowel and lose on the moment 8 to 12 pounds. And then they can run faster than the next guy that didn't empty his bowel. So the one that didn't empty his bowel gets eaten. Little things. The pack of dogs go in and they grab the horse by the flank here, where it's closest to the intestine. Yeah? And if the horse runs away, bolts and runs away, the dog just puts his feet in the ground and does like this, rips the intestine, and it comes out, and the whole pack has food. They gotta live. That's the way it works. So what did Mother Nature do? Mother Nature said the ones that go into pain, into pressure, they're the ones that are going to survive, because they go into the dog and kick him in the head. And then he turns loose, and they run away, and they live. And the one that rips off and runs away right away, that one dies. So, evolving through this feature into pressure is a phenomenon called thigmosalacious or something like that. Thigmotasca, the touch. What? What is it? Taxis. Thigmotaxis. And it's positive thigmotaxis because positive means you're adding something to the scenario. Negative is to take something away from the scenario. So it's positive thigmotaxis. That's what it is. So horses are into pressure animals. If you took a census of all the professional trainers of horses in the world today, you would not find 10% of them that know that. I don't know why. We haven't investigated. Just give them a good hiding. Just get a whip and go after them. They'll eventually learn. Hell, you know, if you don't hurt them, they'll hurt you. That was it till I was born. That was it. And you can make a lot of excuses for it and say, oh, not everybody was violent with horses. Well, I'm telling you, they were. Everybody. You didn't see it because people weren't invited to come around and watch those early times when you had to do these things because they were necessary. But it's recorded, well recorded, in the stones even of South America, which happened in the 19th century, 18th century. But Spain and Portugal, Hungary, Czech Republic, France, all the caves will tell you the story there. And there's the stories of the human baby that was born to a mother that died in the bushes. And on that same night, a mare lost a baby foal. It happened all the time. We didn't have hospitals and doctors and all that stuff. It happened all the time. And a baby crying, the maternal instincts of that mare would take the mare to the baby. And in the caves of those countries I mentioned, Hungary, Turkey, Czech Republic, there's always a drawing of a baby child on its hands and knees under a mare, nursing the mare. And in my work, right here, one of my assistants placed a saddle on the floor. And I'm over here at 12 o'clock with a Mustang mare that a lady asked me to start for her and get a saddle and ride it on. And I'm standing here with her. And she's a bit nervous and she's watching him bring that thing in. And I've been with her for about an hour and I'm now touching her. Completely wild, never touched before. But she had had a foal before that they weaned about 2 weeks before they came here. Well, I took a step and she was going to follow me like this, but right at this point, she took off running as hard as she could. And she dives on that saddle and starts squealing. You could hear her all over this farm. And she's ripping the saddle to shreds, pawing it with the front feet. Bits of the saddle are flying everywhere in here. And I went, whoa, I'm next on the menu. And I'm going around here like this, getting lower and lower and lower, and she's chasing the bits there. And I get right here, halfway to the gate. My rider is standing up there, and right here she comes off the saddle and attacks me. Or at least comes at me on a full run. And I went right down in a fetal position on the floor. And right here, I could see her front feet in front of me, tapping, 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 tapping. And I could feel her hind feet behind me, tapping, tapping, tapping. And well, I'm going to die. I am going to die, and it's going to be ugly. Bits of me are going to go like that saddle. No doubt about it. My rider doesn't want to jump in. And so I just cover myself up and get ready, for the inevitable. I can't get over the wall. No chance. In fact, I had had 5 back surgeries just before that. So here I am. And the mare leaves me and comes out here and takes another attack at the saddle. And my rider goes up there, he stays up there, and I got to about here, and she comes back again, and I'm down again in a fetal position. She's tapping her feet like this. And he starts to jump over then. And I said, no, Sean, wait, something's going on here, because I've been watching her, and when she went for the saddle, her ears went flat back on her neck. That's anger. When she came back toward me, her ears went straight forward. And I said, Sean, wait, stay up there. And I'm down in this fetal position, and here's what I hear. And I look back, and there's milk running on me. Milk is running down my jeans. And I said, Sean, look at this. He's right there. Look at this. She's adopting me. I'm her baby now. And I slipped around, got my hand here, got up, and took hold of the halter that was on her. And he came in and picked up all the bits and pieces. We got a saddle on her and rode her that day, and she went on to win championships in Mustang shows. What is going on? He says me. The horses are trying to tell you I've been right, that they can be a partner with us. My theme for 2018 is good trainers can make a horse do almost anything they want them to. But great trainers can cause the horse to want to do it. That's the difference. And I don't care if it's a horse, an alcoholic, cocaine addict, we gotta want to. How can we cause an environment to occur that promotes that individual to want?